Everybody seems to think that we're invincible. At least I used to believe that. When you hear about accidents, you hear about the new guys, the guys that never been on the roof, the guys that joke too much, the guys that like to play around. But he was my top foreman. Safety wise, he was one of those more cautious persons that we actually have here. But if it happened to him, it could happen to anybody. And I realized that me coming home is not guaranteed anymore.
We started like around 7 o'clock in the morning that day. We got out of the truck, started setting up our things, went up to the roof.
Julio would start up the vacuum truck. Joe was over there, and I was telling Joe that I was not coming in on Friday. And we're just talking. And he says, okay. And in a matter of seconds, I saw a shadow, and he went through the skylight, fell down. It was a big hallway, kind of like a storage area. I actually was talking to him, and I started praying actually. And I said, oh Lord, don't let it be. I guess I had a lot of emotions.
I feel bad because I know him for many, many years. First couple of days, I couldn't sleep. Now, even up to today, I still remember him, and I feel bad. Because he had family like I do, and it's been a while, but I still remember.
I think about it a million times. How could I have prevented it? How could we have done something different?
The California FACE program investigates workplace deaths. We made this video with Tony and Julio to honor Joe's memory and to help prevent tragedies like this from happening again. Let's look at what happened that day. The crew was performing major repairs to a large industrial warehouse roof, a roof that had several skylights. That day, Joe and Tony were up on the roof using a truck-mounted vacuum to remove rock and gravel prior to starting the roof repairs. At the time of the incident, there were no guardrails, no skylight screens or covers, and none of the crew members were wearing personal fall protection equipment. Tony was operating the vacuum nozzle while Joe guided the hose behind him. Joe was likely walking backwards and either tripped on the skylight or lost his balance. He fell through the skylight to the floor 30 feet below. Here's the thing to remember. Most skylights are not designed to withstand the weight of a falling worker. To protect yourself, you've got to use at least one of the following: skylight screens or covers, guardrails, or a personal fall arrest or restraint system, including body harness, lanyard, connectors, and anchorage points. Even just one of these safety systems could have prevented Joe's death. And remember, before starting a job, a trained, competent person should perform safety inspections of the job site to check that appropriate fall protection is available and being used. Workers must also be trained in fall hazards and safe work practices. And the employer must keep records of the training and who was in attendance.
If anybody's listening and doesn't want to go through what I went through, just be more cautious.
Uno cuando va a trabajar tiene que fijarse en seguridad primero, más que nada en seguridad.
Know who we're working around, where we're working around, and if you see a possible hazard, report it right away. Don't think that the other guy should catch it. Don't say, I've been doing this for 20 years, that won't happen to me. Because it's not true. He was the greatest roofer I knew, and look what happened.